Hello, a very good day to you. It's Charles once more, and I'm here to take you on that exciting journey we started a while ago on coding and why we need to teach coding to kids and children, why they need to learn it really early. Now, in the last video, we looked at how to create um, a Scratch project, okay, and we had dropped a couple of blocks. We said something about the groove being on each of the blocks, and that made it easy for them to be uh, uh, placed in a sequence above each other. You remember the sequence principle or the sequence building block? Yes, it's one of the uh, core building blocks and principles of coding. So we'll be further exploring that in this video. Now, so far so good. We've been able to put the hide block. We said the hide block is going to hide our kitty cat here, and the go to XY block will simply tell Scratch will tell Scratch where to move to on the screen. Remember, this screen has a couple of X and Y coordinates. Every point on this stage has an X and Y coordinate, every single dot. Okay, now in the middle you have 0 0. Okay, so that's why you see the numbers getting smaller when we go to the middle of the stage. Okay, so right here I told it to go to this position where X is minus 172. Okay, it's going to be somewhere here. X 172 is somewhere. Okay, alright, can you see that? That's minus 172. Okay, yeah. And then for Y is going to be 109. 109 should be somewhere up here. Okay, anyways, wherever it is, we're gonna find it. Okay, the next thing we now do is to place the move block, but there's something we need to do before we move. So I'm going to put this block right here and do that, put that block. Now, if you've been following me, we want to draw shapes. Okay, so if you take a look at the project name right here, up here, I called it Drawing Shapes with Code. Okay, Drawing Shapes with Code. So I need a pen. Alright, now my pen is right here. Okay, these are the set of blocks that have to do with a pen. And what I usually like to do is to change the pen's color. Okay, so I could set the pen's color to any color I want. Okay, maybe we want to use the default one for now. That's cool. Alright, so that's blue. Okay, now my cat disappeared. What happened? Okay, now what happened was, when there was a way I clicked on these blocks and Scratch assumed I wanted to test out my code. Okay, so sometimes I don't even have to click on the green flag here or here for my code to start working. Scratch executes it on the go, if you like. That way it even helps in a way, and I can know how my code is coming nicely along. Alright, so after that I need to put the pen down. It's not just enough to set the color of the pen. Okay, I need to put the pen down. Alright, so I'm going to do that right here. Okay, yes, that's it. Next, I can now move. Okay, so that's it. I can now move. And okay, let's start with 10 steps, or maybe we should make it more. If we use 10 steps, the shape is going to be really small. So let's make it 50. Okay, alright, now after moving 50 steps, remember this is a shape, right? And if you've done anything around the geometry of shapes and the maths behind shapes, you would know that shapes have angles, right? Shapes have angles. Now, for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to quickly give you a formula that you could use to calculate the right angle that you need to turn after drawing a line. Okay, so technically, move 50 steps is going to move the pen 50 steps in a particular direction. Okay, and that direction is going to move in a straight line. Okay, so for us to have a shape, we need to have an angle. We need to turn through an angle and then move again. Alright, does it make sense? Okay, now don't worry, it's all going to make sense eventually. So that angle is going to be given by the formula I promised to give. Now that formula is simply given by this: 360 divided by the number of sides. Okay, so I'm going to write here 360 divided by n, where n is the number of sides. N is number of sides. Okay, so this is a plus. All right, you might not get it any other place in any other tutorial on Scratch, I can assure you. Probably if the guy or the lady who is the teacher is into numeracy like me, I guess they would be able to give you the same formula. So that's it. Alright, so basically this angle is the exterior angle. Okay, it's one of the exterior angles. That's the angle that's outside the shape. Alright, okay, so I'm going to minimize this. Now, because I have a triangle right now, I'm trying to create a triangle. I'm going to have to divide 360 by 3, and that's going to leave me with 120. Okay, so I'm going to go to my motion block and I'm going to say turn by 120 degrees. Okay, and that's going to be in the clockwise direction. You can see that arrow there. Okay, beside here, this arrow, it's going in the same direction as my clock would go. Okay, so 120 is sitting there nicely, and I hit enter. After that, now I need to do this 3 times, okay, so that I have a triangle. Okay, so Scratch enables me to duplicate my blocks so that I don't have to click, drag and drop. What if I had the shape that had 10 sides? I would have to do this, what I just did now, 10 times. In other words, I would need 20 blocks. Okay, so Scratch enables us to build our codes faster. Okay, so I'm going to right click now, and that reveals the a context menu which says help and duplicate. So I need duplicate, and Scratch enables me. It just follows the mouse. I didn't need to click on it to enable it to follow the mouse. I just clicked on duplicate, and once I drop it here, Scratch attaches it to the set of codes I already have. Next, I'm going to duplicate again because it's a 3-sided shape. Okay, that's a triangle, and the triangle is the smallest polygon or the smallest shape we can obtain. Alright, now word of advice here: the triangle I'm trying to create is an equilateral triangle. Okay, so that means it has all the sides and all the angles equal. If you want to create another kind of triangle, you might need to alter what we have here, okay, so that you might be able to obtain it. Now let's see our code work. Ta-da! Did you see that? It looks good, right? Now take a look at this area. When I put my mouse over here, you'll see that that's minus 172 and 109. Now in the next video, we'll see an easier way to go about this. Stay tuned. Bye.